All right, guys, new intro here for the Bear Pack. We hit 10,000 subscribers again. We want to thank everybody again. Trey, if you want to pull that 10,000 subscribers up, if you guys comment llama on any of our videos up until Super Bowl, you will be entered into winning $1,000 from us. The only catch is, come Super Bowl Sunday, you have to be in the chat to claim the prize. We're going to have a live at halftime. You have to be in the chat to claim the prize, and you have to comment llama on any of the videos up until the Super Bowl. We also have 12,000 subs coming right around the bend. We're at 10,200. We're going to give away 2 tickets to anybody to any game they want. NBA, NFL, college basketball, it doesn't matter. We can wait until the new season for NFL. Any game you want to go, whenever we get to 12K, we're going to have that giveaway coming up as well. We also have a new game. It's going to be Trey and myself versus the Bear Pack. You can call it Pros versus Joes if you want. I don't really like the name because I don't consider us pros. I don't consider you guys Joes. But Trey, if you want to go to the YouTube channel, this is how you guys play. You're going to go to our YouTube channel. You're going to hit the community tab. We've been in the community tab a lot this season. You're going to go to the community tab. We have our plays for the day. So obviously the intro is not going to have plays for today, but these are our plays for our next video. It's the Pelicans -2.5, the Heat -5, Quinnipiac -4.5, and Wisconsin -10.5. Those are Trey's and myself's plays. What you guys are going to do is pick which one you think will not hit, meaning you're going to fade us, which is Pros versus Joes, which is the game called, but you guys are going to try to pick which one is not going to hit. If you guys win, you're going to get a point. If we win, we're going to get a point. We're going to run it Friday through Friday every single week. Whichever team has the most wins, so 4-3, 6-2, whatever it is, that person or group will win $50. If the community wins, we're going to do a wheel spin for the community. If we win, I don't know how we're going to get our cheddar, but you guys are just going to have to subscribe, I guess, more. But that's the game. Hopefully everybody understands it. Trey, let's get into the video. All right, guys, let's get into some NCAA basketball picks and props for Tuesday, January 23rd slate of games. Trey, let's take a look at that leaderboard. Have you start us off?
Yeah, guys, 0-0 at the moment. I gave out Nickel State -3.5 versus Incarnate Word. Watching the game right now, currently halftime. I'm pretty sure it is a 1-point game, looked away as we were recording, but I have complete faith in Nickel State to pull out the win and cover. Let's go.
Yeah, and I have the over 154.5 between Wake Forest and North Carolina. Got off to maybe the slowest start ever, 8 points in the first 7 minutes of the game. We finished with 67, though, in the first half, so they gave me a little bit of hope. We need a lot of points in the second half, maybe in overtime. I still have confidence in the play, even though it didn't start out well for us. But, Trey, let's look at the plays for tomorrow. Have you start us off?
Yeah, guys, I'm going to be attacking the MAC conference here. Give me Eastern Michigan going up against Western Michigan, and I'm very excited to watch this game. The Battle of Michigan, it's going to happen and go down here in this one. And both teams, I got to say, they've had some subpar seasons so far. Eastern Michigan, they enter this game with an 8-10 record. They're also 7-9 ATS on the year. And the Eagles, they are 2-6 on the road. And Western Michigan, they come in this game with a 7-11 record, but they are 11-6 ATS. And the Broncos, they are 3-4 at home this season. But I think the home team is going to get a comfortable win here in this game. Give me Western Michigan -5.5. I'm going to buy a half point here to avoid a hook. I expect them to roll here in this game. That is because this Eastern Michigan just is so very bad. They check into this game with a 32nd worst ranking in the KenPom, and that's because they have a bottom 50 ranked offense and a bottom 50 ranked defense. That is no bueno. In fact, they've lost 4 straight conference games entering this road one, losing those 4 games by an average score of 78-61. So losing by an average of 17 points per game. That is also no bueno. And lastly, Western Michigan, they've won 2 out of the last 3 games versus Eastern heading into this one. So they've controlled the matchup over the last couple of seasons, and I expect that trend to continue here in this one. That's because they rank in the top 100 in rebounds per game. They're going to control the glass here in this one, and that's because Eastern Michigan, they once again rank in the bottom 100 in that category. Broncos country, let's ride. Give me Western Michigan here, -5.5 versus Eastern Michigan.
I like it, Trey. For my play today, it's going to be Kentucky going on the road to take on South Carolina. I'm going to take the over, points between these two teams of 155.5. This is just going to be an auto play for myself. Whenever I see Kentucky on the schedule, I'm going to bet the over in the game. This team puts up a ton of points, the most in the nation, and they're going to give up a ton of points as well in this game. They're coming off a game where they scored 201 combined points with Georgia and South Carolina. They do have a better defense than Georgia this season, but I really don't think it's going to matter with this Kentucky team who can score at will. They run with the ball. Transition is the best thing they do. They're the fastest team in the country. We will see how good the South Carolina team really is on the defensive side of the ball, how good that transition defense can hold up. But over the last 4 games, Kentucky's put up 90-plus points in all those games. And going all the way back to December 16th, they have scored 87-plus points in 7 consecutive games. While they're scoring a ton of points, they're also giving up a ton of points, allowing 70-plus points in 7 of those games and giving up 80-plus points in half of those games. South Carolina, they've also been giving up their fair share of points over the last 3, 70+ in 3 of the last 4 contests, and I really think Kentucky can put up 90+ points again. And if South Carolina gives us 65, we have the over. The Kentucky defense, they're not great this season. I imagine South Carolina can easily give us 65+ points. Over 155.5 has to play, and I encourage anybody and everybody to go watch Kentucky play basketball because they're the fastest team in the country, and it's great entertainment watching them play. Give me the over 155.5. Trey, let's go to the props. Have you start us off?
Yeah, guys, at the moment, I am 0-0. That's because I gave out Kevin Miller to go over 15.5 points going up against North Carolina. He's had a terrible shooting night, 2 for 9, 0 for 4 from behind the arc. Only has 4 points. There's about 11 minutes left in the game, so we got to hold out hope he's going to catch fire for us.
Shit. What's the score?
The score is currently Wake Forest being down 14 points, 59-45.
60, 105. We need 50 more. It's not impossible. Okay.
Well, yeah, Wake has started off the second half pretty slow for you.
What's RJ Davis have since you've already got it up?
RJ Davis is sitting at a cool 26 points for you.
Okay, I had RJ Davis over 19.5 points going up against Wake. He had 13 at the half. He's got 26 now. So 1-0 for myself. Just in case the over doesn't hit, I'll go 1-1 on the day. I'll feel better about myself. Hopefully the over still hits. So Trey, let's look at the plays for tomorrow. Have you start us off?
Yeah, guys, I'm going to go with Emanual Miller here to go over 15.5 points going up against Oklahoma State. I really love this over for Miller here in this game. We've seen him take another step forward for the Horned Frogs this season because in his junior season last year, he averaged 12.3 points per game. The senior season this season, averaging 16.3. And I expect him to hit that average here in this game because we have a lot of positive trends here backing us up. The first one is that this is a road game for Miller. And his 6 road games this season, Emanual, he is averaging 18.2 points per game, which is a full bucket higher than what his season average is this year. And then in his 2 games versus the Cowboys last season, whenever he was in a much smaller role, Miller, he averaged 17.5 points per game versus them. He scored 17 points at home. And then whenever he traveled to Oklahoma State, he scored 18 points on them. And then even whenever he go before that in his sophomore season, he even had a 17-point game against Oklahoma State. For some reason, Miller, he loves playing against Oklahoma State historically. And then with him entering this game with some serious momentum behind him, he should easily reach his average here in this one. Give me Emanuel Miller to go over 15.5 points versus Oklahoma State.
Love it, Trey. Love that one. For my play today, I'm going to take Trey Alexander of Creighton to go over his total points against Xavier. Trey Alexander this season, he's the 3rd scoring option for the Creighton Blue Jays, and he's still averaging over 16 points per game. These guards of Creighton take a ton of shots per game, and he's actually tied right now with Shireman for the most shot attempts on the team. But I like Alexander in this game because Xavier defensively, they're not that great of a team this year. They're giving up 71 points per game. And Alexander, he found himself in a shooting slump going up against St. John's and UConn and back-to-back games, but he turned it on in his last game. He put up 23 points against Seton Hall. If we take out those 2 bad performances against for Alexander, he scored 16+ points in 7 consecutive games. This number is probably going to come out at 15.5, right around his average on the season, and I'm going to smash that over because he's been dominating in conference play. Also look for Alexander to attack the rim more in this game going up against Xavier, who always give them a tough go. Xavier's actually won 4 of the last 5 matches between these 2 teams, so expect a close game down the stretch. Alexander being on the floor the entire game. Give me his over total points as the play. Trey, let's go to the graphic. Have you start us off?
Yeah, guys, I'm going to go with Western Michigan here, -5.5 versus Eastern Michigan in the Battle of Michigan here. Michigan's had a good week as a state, probably actually a good month. Oh, yeah. And I expect the Western Michigan side to be celebrating in this game. They're just the better team. Also going with Emanuel Miller, over 15.5 points versus Oklahoma State. Big 12 basketball has been fun to watch, and I expect Miller to make it even more fun for me tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm going with Kentucky versus South Carolina over 155.5 points. Watch Kentucky play basketball. They're one of the best teams to watch. You just smile when you watch them play because it's always points, points, and points. And then I'm going to take Trey Alexander over his total points going up against a weaker defense than Xavier. I think he's going to put up a ton of points on this game. Should be a close game down the stretch. He's going to pour in the points for us. But guys, it's going to do it for the NCAA basketball plays and props for Tuesday, January 23rd slate of games. If you guys enjoy the content, please sure to drop a like in this video and subscribe channel below. See you guys next video, and thanks for watching. Look at the leaderboard. We had multiple questions this morning about how to become a member for the YouTube channel. Let's do that really quick tutorial. You're going to go to youtube.com. You're going to go to Bears Profit Plays. You're going to search it in. You're going to hit our thing. There's a join button right just to the right of subscribe. You're going to click that. There's 2 options. You have the Bear Pack for $4.99. That gives you access to YouTube member plays. And then you have the Bear Pack Gold for $7.99 a month. That gives you access to our member plays on YouTube, and it gives you a 1-month membership to our website, bearsprofitplays.com. So if you get the Bear Pack Gold, you save yourself $2 a month, a little bit cheaper if you want to do that. But that is the tutorial for anybody that needed it. We had multiple questions today through email about how to do it, and it wasn't working. But if you want to know, there it is right there. Trey,